What's up, everybody? Welcome to the video, my friends. It's 8 Thoughts. Hope you're all having a good day so far. And to be honest with you, man, so I kind of just woke up, and it was on my brain last night because the 32 versus 32 Call of Duty Modern Warfare Ground War, it dropped last night. And it sort of all makes sense now, but at the same time it's confusing. Like, I'm very conflicted with this video. This is like a strange video to make because, like, now I kind of realize why this game is the way it was until we, obviously now we've got 32 versus 32. We sort of see where Infinity Ward was going with this game and like what the actual point was, because like as it stands right now, the actual like core multiplayer, what we consider like a normal Call of Duty, like 6v6, is kind of like mediocre at best. It really is. I mean, obviously there's people with conflicting opinions, and some out there obviously going to think it's amazing, and some people are not going to like it, just like some people think Drifter's a very masculine, amazing Call of Duty YouTuber, and others realize the actual truth that he is an absolute utter. I don't want to upset him and have him try to ban my Twitter account for the 15th time. So, like my mom said, if you have nothing nice to say about somebody, don't say it at all. But yeah, Drifter's a bitch. Also, follow me on my new Twitter account, unbannable. This one is unbannable. It'll never be banned. So if you follow me, you won't have to follow another one. This is the last one I'll ever have to make. Trust me on that. We're doing some elite level NASA fake moon landing type stuff with that channel. So don't worry. Follow me on my Twitter. Link in the description below. Anyway, let's focus on the video here in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 32 versus 32 Ground War. But it kind of makes sense now. Like, the actual multiplayer itself really felt confused. Like, it's like, what am I playing here? Like, this isn't Call of Duty. And this now, after the 32 versus 32 Ground War, the amazing Ground War experience, i.e. like Battlefield pretty much with Call of Duty mixed in, now it all makes sense. Like, that's what they're heading for. That's what they were trying to do. That's what they were trying to make. They were trying to make a Battlefield type Call of Duty, because that's what it is. Like, the 32 versus 32, it's pretty fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like it. It's crazy. It's like, for those of you who've played Battlefield 3, it's like Metro on a PC server with like 100+ people. It's chaos. It's crazy. It's like, it's out of this world, bro. It's just like some next level stuff, man. We're like floating around up in the stratosphere, man, and we're just living it up, brothers. It's in outer space. I don't know what the hell that was. I just woke up. I haven't had any coffee yet. But it kind of makes sense. Like, Call of Duty has an identity crisis, but when you play the 32 versus 32, you kind of see what they were trying to do. And also, at the same time, this isn't Call of Duty. Like, if you're looking for your typical Call of Duty style multiplayer, and it really isn't that. It just isn't. Like, when you play the Modern Warfare beta, up until the 32 versus 32 just got released last night, you knew it just didn't feel like Call of Duty. It felt like, I mean, to me, it felt like shit. Like, I mean, I don't really think it's that great. I don't think it works very well on a 6v6 multiplayer type style, wannabe Call of Duty maps. I really don't think it works that way. But when you go to 32 versus 32 and you play the Ground War, you can sort of see how it works. But here's the thing, though, too. It works, but it is awesome. Like, it's crazy to be playing 32 versus 32 on a big map with like tanks and helicopters and just like, Battlefield style, like, game mode. It's pretty much what it is. Like, it's Battlefield. There's no way around it. Like, it's almost pretty much an identical copying of Battlefield. Like, that's what Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 is. It's Battlefield. And then they try to take that Battlefield and try to make it work sort of in all different areas. And it kind of does, and it kind of doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't really find its hole anywhere. It's sort of like you're sticking it sort of feels like they're trying to stick a square peg into a round hole, kind of. And it kind of like sort of maybe saw it off a little bit and kind of get like, force it in it. And they never really quite find the correct niche and the correct hole that it's supposed to go into. And we've all done that before. Like, sometimes you're trying to get it and all of a sudden goes in the bum hole, and it's like, oops, sorry, babe. It's, what are you doing? Like, not bad. She's like, you know what? I kind of like it. Just roll with it. And that's how Drifter became gay. But here's the problem, and this is my opinion, right? Is that by trying to sort of remake the mold, remake the game, by trying to do different things, like, okay, it's really cool, right? Like, Call of Duty is 32 versus 32 right now. There's Ground War. It's a lot of fun. It's really, really, it's intense, man. It's just something different. It's sort of like as if they took, the best of Battlefield. Well, I don't know about the best of Battlefield. They definitely took some of the stuff from Battlefield and implemented it into Call of Duty and kept kind of like the core Call of Duty. But at the same time, I feel as if the game has an identity crisis, and I don't know how well this is going to play out in the long run. Like, as is right now, it's pretty cool. Like, the 32 versus 32, like I just said, it's fun. It's intense. I'm enjoying it. But at the same time, it's a bit too crazy on this map. I don't know what other maps they have or how many maps they do have or do plan on bringing in with the 32 versus 32. This is a super small map. And like I said, it's like Metro with 100 players and like 3,000 tickets if you ever played on Battlefield with the PC where you had custom servers and whatnot. It's just like, it's mayhem. Like, it's not even like Call of Duty anymore. Like, you sort of just have to throw your mind out, like how to play Call of Duty, like how you've played Call of Duty, and just play like it's a brand new kind of game. And you've got to sort of adjust to it in that way, which is good and bad, like I said, because like people that want to play Call of Duty aren't going to find the typical Call of Duty experience with this game in any way whatsoever. But, sorry, I digress a little bit. The point, though, also with this new 32 versus 32 is like, if you thought you were getting shot and getting hit by different people in different areas and having all these millions of like zones where people could be hiding up in buildings or hiding behind a door, creaking behind the door, or hiding behind head glitches, if you thought that was bad in like the 20v20 or just a regular 6v6 team deathmatch or domination playlist we've been playing up until now, this ground war takes that to a whole nother level. It's pretty nuts. There's like giant tower snipers are hanging out on. There's giant sniper places in the back of the map where there's snipers hiding way out, freaking, on the rocks. There's like a million doors. There's different million levels of elevation. Like, you're constantly getting hit from places of unknown origin. It's nuts, right? Like, this gameplay you're seeing here in front of you, I went 30-9, and I really, you have to, like, you really got to camp it out. Like, I'm not Shroud. 90% of you watching this ain't Shroud. Probably 99% of you watching this ain't Shroud and don't have reflexes, like as if you were just like, you don't have blood flowing through you. You got Adderall and cocaine and some kind of other stimulants flowing through you instead of blood, because that dude is on some next level just gaming skills. The dude's crazy at Call of Duty. He doesn't even play the damn game. But for the rest of us, like, if you're running around, man, and you're just trying to, like, just play the game, like, with it, a bit of above average skill level. I mean, like, I like to think I'm pretty MLG. Like, dude, you got to be real safe. And, like, when you see this game, like, I got to camp it out. I got to, like, aim down sight. I got to, just to get my kill streaks, which you're going to see here. I go through all of them. But it's just, it is hectic, man. It is really hectic. And I'm not sure if the excitement that people are having for this 32 versus 32 ground war, which is not everybody. Like, I've seen a couple of videos where a lot of people are like, this is too much. Like, it's just, this is not either really good Call of Duty, and this is not really a good Battlefield. And I see people like Hollow Point out here who's just like, oh my God, this is the greatest game ever. I love it. Oh my God. And you got JD Courage, which is like, yeah, where do I sign that NDA? Where's my contract? Oh, thank you, COD partner. Oh my God, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Best game ever, guys. Make sure you pre-order that. Pre-order the deluxe edition, the night vision goggle edition. Order one for your grandma, your uncle, your auntie. But like, I don't know if it's a novelty. I don't know how long it's going to last, because like I said, it doesn't really do anything really great. It sort of has an identity crisis. And like, my favorite mode right now, though, is a 32 versus 32, because in my opinion, the Modern Warfare multiplayer and the way the game plays out, it isn't really, it's horrible in my opinion. I don't really enjoy it that much. Like, I kind of got a bit better with it. I had some good gameplays. I started using different weapons. I started trying to, run and gun and sort of play smart at the same time. And it started to click a bit, and I'm starting to enjoy it. But it doesn't have that typical addictive Call of Duty feeling to me. But the 32 versus 32 sort of seems like what they were trying to focus more on. And also at the same time, I think the Battle Royale that apparently is supposed to be coming in 2020, because they want to make sure to focus on, they have to focus on what they have right now in front of them, because there's so much stuff. Like, they got so many game modes. They have to really, be careful not to overextend themselves, which kind of seems like they have. Like, they sort of seem like they haven't really focused on everything entirely. So it sort of feels like everything, like I said when I started this video, it's a bit confusing of a video here, boys, stay with me. Everything sort of doesn't really seem complete, or doesn't, like I said, fit perfectly. They sort of tried to do too much with not enough, and they sort of lost their identity. But the Battle Royale, which is supposed to be coming sometime early 2020, maybe late 2019 rather, is and could be awesome. When you're playing this Battle Royale mode, the graphics and how many people are on the map in such a small area, and it ran pretty smooth for the most part. I had one time where it crashed, and I'm playing on a PlayStation 4 Pro. Haven't tried on the PC, because even Shroud said the PC version is whack, and you're pretty much at a disadvantage playing against console players, which is kind of funny to hear. But if the battle royale ends up being that awesome, which it looks like it could because it might be a lot better than Blackout, then you know what? He put it all together, and if everything's sort of like a 7 out of 10, but you got a lot of different things to play. Like, let's say the multiplayer right now, in my opinion, is like a 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10 if I'm having a good game. And then you come to this 32 versus 32, which I played for like only an hour or two, and I don't know if it's novelty or the honeymoon stage, but it's like an 8 out of 10. Like, it's pretty audacious of them to try to push that into the game. I'm surprised it actually works. So that's really cool. Then you have a battle royale mode, right? Maybe that'd be like an 8 out of 10 as well. We've got a campaign, we got spec ops. There's a lot of stuff in this game, and I just, like I said, I don't know, man, if they're going to be able to make it all work. And it kind of feels right now that nothing really is stellar. Like, everything is just pretty good. Nothing is like just kicking ass and taking names, if you know what I'm saying. It's just all just sort of like, it's pretty cool, man, not bad. And the 32 versus 2, though, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it is a lot of fun, but it might get old quick because, like I said, you run around and you just get smoked from every angle. It's like, geez, it's like just, woo, whacking them all. Boom, 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 just everywhere. Bang, bang, you walk out and you get smacked here, and you walk over there, you get smacked there, and you walk out, you get smacked there. So it's a confusing game. It really is. And it isn't Call of Duty, long story short for this video. It isn't Call of Duty. It has the name Call of Duty in it, but it's really not a Call of Duty. And I don't know if that's good or bad, honestly, and I don't know how that's going to play out. For people who don't really care about Call of Duty and sort of want to find something else to play, I mean, this might be it. If you're looking for that itch that Call of Duty really hasn't itched for a long time, like we've been asking, can we just take it back to Modern Warfare 2? Can we take it back to Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3? Can you sort of try to get that and capture that kind of essence of a Call of Duty? And this game definitely didn't do that. And it's obvious what they were going for. 32 versus 32 makes it clear. That's what they're focusing on. That's how it has to try to make and fit and work with other multiplayer modes, which, I don't know. The jury's still out, boys. Anyways, that's my take on it. That's my hot take on the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 32 versus 32 Ground War. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time. If you did and you haven't done so already, I hate to break it to you, but you might be a little, might be missing a few, brain cells up there. You haven't subscribed by now. It's probably a smart choice. Hit that subscribe button. And if you could as well, man, help this alpha male Call of Duty elite gaming athlete, maybe get a few more subs. Hit that like button to try to get me out there in the YouTube recommended. And last but not least, and most importantly, my friends, my pedigree chums, you all stay black and don't let the honky crocker reptilian shapeshifter be removed by his horror best buying chemtrails. 9/11 was inside John's entire side of the baby George Alice was flat, and his fake Alice Jones' Bill Hicks, the Florida String of Frogs game, white men. Bring me down.